Right, no more mucking about. It's time to stop putting it off and make a proper effort to get at least half good at this. So, how bad at flying am I? I can answer that one right now. Pretty bad, yep. I'm not a very good pilot at all. But I'd like to be. So I'd better get behind the sticks then. My plan is to begin with the shortest race course in Arena Commander. That's Old Vanderval. My thinking here is that it's easy to jump into the pilot seat without needing to spend 10 minutes running for lifts, trains, spawn your ship, leave atmosphere and all of that. The beauty of Arena Commander is that if you explode, which I will, you respawn straight away and you're back at the controls almost immediately. I don't actually own a racing ship at the moment. All I have pledged are a C2 Hercules, that's too big for Arena Commander racetracks, a Vanguard Warden, big old heavy fighter, would likely struggle to even fit through the rings, and a Corsair, another medium-sized ship. Now that Corsair is still in concept, so I have loaner ships for that, which are a Constellation Aquila, another ship that won't even spawn into the racetracks, and then we also have a Buccaneer on loan. This is at least small enough to work, but it's still a light fighter, not a racer. The other option is the good old Arena Commander loaner ship, the Arrow. My understanding is that if you have pledges for ships that are too big to fit in the Arena Commander racetracks, you automatically get an Arrow as a loaner so you can access those game modes. But you also get to fly it in the PU as a nice bonus. Anyway, that appears to be the best thing on the list, so for now it'll have to do. I've removed one of the coolers, the guns and missile racks. I don't know how necessary this is right now, but one day it will be. And other pilots seem to do it, so I reckon it can't hurt to pick up the habit now. Down the line I do intend to grab an Origin JumpWorks M50, once I have some practice behind me. I think it might even help in the long run to get a feel for it in a light fighter before moving on to dedicated racing ships. That way I have a point of reference to draw comparisons from when I do upgrade. Well, that's the plan anyway. In the past, my attempts at this course have resulted in lap times of around 2 to 3 minutes and a light show that rivals a New Year's Eve fireworks display. So let's see if we can change that.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
3, 2, 1, go.
This first lap is pretty embarrassing. I'm still getting used to the controls really.
Checkpoint.
That's my excuse and I'm sticking with it.
Checkpoint.
Ouch! Stupid mistake.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I do finish a lap, don't worry.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Checkpoint. 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 Your basic status has been revoked.
I did say I was pretty bad.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
And he brings it home. Flawless.
Checkpoint.
Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the tedium that I had to sit through. So here are some Rocky style montage laps.
Lap complete. Checkpoint.
All systems online.
Lap complete. Lap complete. Lap complete. Checkpoint. Lap complete. Lap complete. Lap complete.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems
3,
online.
2,
Now I know that a good pilot will be zipping around this course consistently in under 60 seconds without breaking a sweat. I'm aware of that. I'm not aiming to be the best here. I'd just like to make my way to not being shockingly awful.
checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
This video is only really meant to grab a quick snapshot of where my abilities are at the very beginning. As you can see, I have quite a long road ahead of me. The footage here represents roughly 3 or 4 hours of initial practice, while I'm still learning controls and testing out different joystick mapping to find out what's most comfortable. One thing that is obvious from the very beginning is that the learning curve is most definitely real. I have a newfound admiration for those pilots out there that get the record times.
Checkpoint. Lap.
One of the
complete.
biggest issues that I'm seeing from the start is my speed control and overshooting corners. I'll be doing okay, and then it slowly builds until it suddenly runs away from me. Because I'm used to using a CM3 throttle, I need to build up new muscle memory specific to handling thrust with the left stick. This is good though. I now have a clear path to make improvements. I can be happy with this so far.
Checkpoint. 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 Lap complete.
Alright, that'll do. I think I can walk away at this point and be happy with that. I'd be interested to hear any comments if people have tips or advice on how to become a better pilot. I'll do an update when I feel more settled into my controls, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Until then, thanks for watching.
Checkpoint.